Everyone, in this video, we'll be walking through how you can configure your settings to enable your customers to pay via bank account and or credit card in the customer portal. So to get started here, I'm going to go to the settings screen here in the operations portal. So I'm just searching on settings here in the menu. I'm going to click on that. And this is going to take me to an overview of all of my settings that I can use to help configure the system. For this, we are going to search on global in the search bar here, and you'll see a few settings come up as a result. The first one related to this is this enable global settings for payment processing. This is going to be enabled for your system by default. And then if you would like to break it out by the different payment methods, let's say maybe you want to just do bank account or card account to enable for your customers, you can use the settings below that. So we have this enable global settings for payment processing bank account, and then the same for card account here. So right now you can see these are all enabled. So if I jump over to the customer portal here and go to my payment methods screen, you can see the various payment methods here. And then if I click add payment method, the customer currently can choose between card or a bank account for their payment methods. Now, let's say you'd like to turn off cards globally for your customers. What you can do is on the settings screen here, we can click into the details for this card account setting. And we are going to update the value here from 1 to 0, which essentially disables this setting. I'm going to go ahead and click save here in the upper right. And then if I go back to the customer portal, I'm just going to refresh my view here. Now that we've updated that, you can see the credit card payment methods have disappeared here. And if I click into this add payment method, the customer now only has the ACH option available here. Now I'm going to navigate over to the company screen here in the operations portal just to show you some views related to this. So I'm just searching on companies here and I'm going to go to that. I'm going to pull up a couple companies as an example just by searching in the search bar. We have this ACH payments and card payments, these two columns available here on the screen. And you can see for this book suppliers down here, the ACH payments is currently showing as yes. That's because we left the ACH payments bank option enabled globally. And then next to it, you can see card payments is showing as no since we disabled that globally. So you can check that here when you're on the screen. You'll notice the customer above is showing no for ACH payments. That's because they don't have a customer login on there with somebody that has an accounts payable role. So you'll also need to have a customer set up on the account with that accounts payable role so that they can view and manage those payment methods in the customer portal. I'm going to click into the details of this company just to show the payment section in here too. So if I scroll down on the details tab, you can see we have our payments here. And you notice there are some drop downs that are available. I'm just going to point out that because we have the ACH payments enabled globally, you won't have to click into this dropdown and set your provider. This can remain blank, but it will still be available to those customers who have that accounts payable role when they're set up. So it's a quick walkthrough of enabling those payment methods globally. And thank you so much for watching this video.